today the police chief, myself, and our deputy city manager came out to talk to members of the community about an incident that took place yesterday where a police officer was taking down signs in the Takoma Junction area and spoke to a young woman who was asking questions about it. We wanted to come out here today to express that this was unacceptable behavior by our police officer. We put out statements earlier today, but statements didn't seem to be enough at all to talk about, especially everything that is going on in the country right now, to express the fact that we failed. We failed this young woman, we failed our community yesterday. We need to do a better job. These signs should never have been taken down, but really it's not about the signs themselves, it's how this officer interacted with this person in our community, and we need to do better. And I'm glad we were able to come out here today and listen to members of the community and continue talking and doing better.
It was completely unacceptable, and we're not condoning that. A little bit of background: we did receive a call for service about signs specific to signs of violence. We should have left the signs up. We failed you last night. We made a mistake. We're going to do everything we can to make sure that doesn't happen again. And that's why we're out here. We have about 20 or 30 people out here, and we had some really good dialogue about things we can improve on. Our training, our complaint process, the LEOBR process, all of these things, that it's important that we have this dialogue because it's important to make change. We're not going to make change sitting at my desk. We're not going to make change sitting in your apartment. We're not going to make change sitting in your house. You're going to make change by having the dialogue that we're having right now. And I'm proud to be out here putting up signs with the rest of the community members. I think it's very important that I, as the chief of police, relay that I feel what the community is going through. As an African American male and as a police chief, I understand this is a really difficult time for us, but we're doing everything we can to try to bring the community members together and make change.
I got up, I started reading the news, and then I saw the video of the police officer pulling down the posters, and the wonderful person who videotaped it. That young woman was calm, intelligent, and he was totally negated her as a person. So I was angry, and the first thing I did was print out 30 more of those posters and put them up. Black Lives Matter, all the way up and down Takoma Park here. And I met other people doing the same thing. So that was great to see how Takoma Park does. Now, when I came here, our captain was greatly enraged, which was wonderful to see. This chief has been the best chief that we've had, and he has to change culture is a lot of work. It's a lot of work. I had to do that in one of my organizations that I worked at, and I see him doing the work that needs to be done. And it's wonderful to hear our community members offering to help him in that process and calling him on the parts that still need to be worked on.
Well, I think it was a helpful conversation, and it seems to me that the police chief is grappling with these issues and clearly cares about them. What's less clear is how something like this can really happen. Did the dispatcher not get any counsel or ask for any counsel? And there needs to be a lot more dialogue when something like this comes in.
At first, we definitely had like one to two of like the slowest weeks we've ever had since opening, when there was the mandate to only be open for carry-out and delivery. But we worked really well as a team, and we pivoted in a way to effectively establish a way of a delivery program and a pickup system where it was no contact pickup to create a safe environment for our staff as well as our customers. I don't think we lost any customers. We stopped seeing a lot of them as frequently as we do because we see some people every day, sometimes 2 or 3 times a day. So that definitely stopped. The foot traffic during the day definitely slowed down, but the evening picked up, and a lot of the people that used to hang out all day would order dinner for their families or would pick up a nice bottle of wine for a date night or something like that. I think at first all the vendors had a lot of backstock of greens, vegetables, and meat that they were expecting to sell to local restaurants, and I think they got backed up and a lot of their product went bad, and we had to or take some of the items off of our menu and create new items based on what was available from our vendors. As a whole, a lot of our customers, a lot of our regulars that love us and know us are going to be really excited, and I know some of them are already very excited that the patio is going to be open and that they have a safe place to come and have a drink or have lunch with us like they used to. I think it's going to affect the reopening in a positive way, and we hope to start seeing a lot of our regular customers again. There's a safe space, all the tables are spaced out at least 6 feet apart, and we really hope that we'll start seeing more of our regulars on a daily basis again.
I'm not crazy about it, to be honest with you. I think it's mostly good for the restaurants, which I'm happy about it because I love the street owners here, but I cannot put table of jewelry or little items in the middle of the street. People steal it. It's good for restaurants, and a lot of people complain about it to me because like older people who cannot walk or with cane and they want to come to 1 minute to post office, they have to walk longer now, and they complain to me, and I don't know. One other thing is that in DC and Bethesda, there are so many restaurants next to each other. So it's good for restaurants so that people can sit outdoor, whatever. But here, we have only like 2 restaurants here.
I think this is a great opportunity to support local businesses. I'm a regular customer of Takoma Beverage Company. I'm sure it will be perhaps a slight inconvenience for those that do drive through this street, but I think if it's for the short term, I think we can make those adjustments to support the community, and especially with creating an open space for the community here to kind of move around with social distancing guidelines still in place. So I think it's a good move.
I think it's great that they're actually opening up the streets and allowing people to be able to sit out in public. It's a little minor inconvenience for traffic, but I think a good thing for people to get out and about.
Closing the street for the businesses, I think it's a good idea because it will allow people to be able to dine outside and to enjoy that experience.
Mine started in the late February when we heard the news about the pandemic. So little by little we start to losing customers, and was a point the government of Maryland say we have to close, so we close, and that was the end for my business in that period. We lost basically four months of sales, and with that 4 months we almost out of business. I did apply so many mini grants I applied, but I was approved for only 2 with the minimum help, and now I'm using personal money to trying to keep going this business.
It was a great help from the county and the city and the country, but it wasn't even nearer to the everyday business expenses that we need to meet. So it's a huge loss, and it's impacting behind for everything.
The city of Takoma was big help. They really inform us basically everything, how to apply for this grants, about the stations, how we can opening. It was very helpful.
If they shut us all down from making money, if they all shut us down from progressing and making money and working, then me being the service business that, you know, make people look good to go be able to do and create the money that they need to create, it affects me more substantially. I'm a cash-based business. People come through, we're a service business, so it kind of stopped everything. So it shut us completely down.
The virus is right there. It haven't gone yet, so we all know that. Therefore, a lot of people want to stay home. They don't want to come to the shop.
It is a great challenging now because people are frightening to come out, and even the customer doesn't want to spend money because of they lost the jobs and everything.
I reopened for the phase 1, but was not really that much customers. I was extremely slow until people feel more comfortable to come. We have to make sure that everybody come with mask. The way I guess is gonna be the future in all kind of business. So I want to make sure the customers feel more comfortable and safe to come here, but it's gonna take time to they feel comfortable.
Due to the 2 weeks that they have allowed us to just deal with one at a time, customers coming in on appointment only, it's maybe about 3/4 of our clientele has been able to slow down because of what we're allowed to intake and what we're not allowed to do.
The phase 1 and phase 2 just gave us a hope to restart the business, but it's not up to the level we are going to have the business because people has to be back to the work, have the economy to be better.
Now we got a lot of regulation. It's 50% of people that we used to do before. They have to wait outside. We have to spend a lot more money disinfecting and everything.
I think funding small businesses, which is really the base of Takoma Park's economical stature, would be the best and the most efficient way to go to get ordinary people that work for a living, cut hair, deliver the mail, and do different things so we can get back to work so we can start spending and funding the economy again.
The class of 2020 are survivors. I mean, they're resilient. They did their schoolwork. They graduated on time despite the pandemic, despite the tragedy in our community of losing family members. Also, in the time of protest against police brutality, against targeting of black men by the police, we want to make sure that our class stands strong and speak out against hate, against bias, against violence, but also go on to college, the world of work, or military, and do great things. But don't forget to serve your community. Today was amazing. It was so nice to see so many Montgomery Blair seniors with their families, cars all decorated. Congratulating them on a job well done. Completing high school is a major deal, and I'm proud of our seniors.
And we're just so glad that the City of Takoma Park could host today, have Principal Johnson with us and all the Blair High School staff here. It really made this day special for our city and for the graduating seniors. This has been a hard few months, and we just wanted to give back to them and let them have a special day.
Our students are going to a number of colleges. First, I want to shout out to Montgomery College right here in Takoma Park. Yay! But students are going to University of Maryland, they're going to Harvard, they're going to Cornell, they're going to Vermont, they're going to UC Berkeley, they're going everywhere. And some students are entrepreneurs and starting their own businesses and working, joining the military. So once a Blazer, always a Blazer. Just come back and visit your principal, Blazers.
Yep.
My teachers have had to learn distance learning. My teachers have had to learn online office hours, but my teachers love our students and really love working at Blair. And our teachers are excited for our students, and many are teaching summer courses online. So students keep on learning, keep on signing up for the summer classes, and when in doubt, just send your teacher an email and say, hello, how's it going? They really appreciate that as well.
There's such resilience in this community, and the standing up for others and for justice. You know, that's been a strong Takoma Park tradition, a strong Blair High School tradition, and in particular, I think for this graduating class, they've been through so much and have really been resilient, come together in ways even though they can only do it virtually. And in the last couple of weeks, with all of the protesting around police violence, really having their voices be heard. And so this is really an opportunity where this class is out there really living their values.
The tests that we're using today and the tests that we have available for the other community sites that we're going to be doing in the next couple of weeks and months are saliva tests. So they're no longer the nasopharyngeal tests that go into your nose. So we either have you spit into a little test tube, like a 23andMe test tube, or we take a swab and we swab your mouth. So it's very easy, it's not painful. We can do children, newborns, older adults.
It's important for our own safety as well as to keep safe our people around us.
The test was very, very simple. I think from the time I walked in to the time I walked out, it must have been 5 minutes or less. So it was quick. It's important to be tested simply because we have been exposed to different people, different places. So to me it was important to know what is my status, although I'm not showing any signs or anything. Just I guess a little bit more security.
The importance of testing is so that we can find out who's positive. If you're in the family and one person is positive, we can try to prevent the rest of the family from getting sick. So it's very important to really look at what we call asymptomatic. Residents that don't have symptoms, but they still may be carrying the COVID virus. So it's really important for us now that we have enough kits is to do what we call asymptomatic testing, large numbers of testing in certain communities in Montgomery County. And that is one piece to prevent that second wave. Obviously, wearing your mask and social distancing and all those other things that have been talked about in the last couple of months is important, but then testing is just another tool to help prevent the spread of COVID. We've got a little over 400 people in 4 hours here at this testing site, and our drive-throughs that we're doing Monday through Friday, it's at different locations. We're doing a couple of hundred per day. So we're doing a lot of testing in Montgomery County. The Montgomery County Health Department website or the State of Maryland Health Department websites have many places that you can get tested. Many of them have no charge, and now they don't require a physician's assessment or order. So you can go to CVS, you can go to one of our drive-through testing sites, or what we call today is a pop-up testing site that we're doing for Takoma Park. So there are many testing areas now, and they're increasing. So there's plenty of opportunities to get tested for free without a physician's order in Montgomery County and in the state of Maryland.